Okay, we're rolling.
Are we? Oh, right, okay. So welcome back to the Gallows Gallery. Today we are featuring some wine and some produce from the wonderful Zisto wines based in Bristol. And they have sent us some salt from Noirmoutier, an island off the west coast of France, some olive oil from Quinta de Romeo, 2 Vinho Verdes, and a lovely red wine from the Douro. And here to taste with us and eat with us is Peter McCombie, a master of wine. And we're just going to cook a couple of very simple dishes and hopefully try and work out which of these wines go well with the dish. So the first thing we've got here, again, like the wines, this is all sustainable. We have 2 wonderful Carabineros prawns. These are fished by small boats out of Cadiz in the Atlantic and in the Mediterranean. They can find them. So we're just grilling those, and if you can see, we've put some of the rock salt underneath. That's just to stop the prawns from burning on the grill and also give them a bit of flavour. And this salt has incredible flavour. We cook with it in a number of different ways, and it always seems to add more than just your normal iodized run-of-the-mill salt. The wines we're going to try with this are this one is that's the Alvarinho, so the 2017, and then we have Vinho Verde. Peter, what have you got in your glass?
Okay, I've got the Alvarinho. Alvarinho is a Portuguese grape, although the Spanish might say it's theirs as well, but it definitely comes from this corner of northwest Iberia. The Spanish have done a really good job of waking us up to the idea that Alvarinho is a very good grape, but the Portuguese have been quietly making some really delicious wines with this grape. It's got some nice weight and some body, it's got texture, it's got richness, it's refreshing. It's a kind of wine for today. People generally love Alvarinho.
Right, so our prawns are nearly cooked. We're just going to take them off the grill, and I'm going to try peeling them whilst they're really hot.
Mind your fingers.
So, and with seafood this good, I think all we're going to need is a squeeze of lemon and a pinch of salt. So, and a little bit of this lovely olive oil that we have here as well. So we're just going to, there's a lot of stuff in the heads, which we'll save for later.
Oh.
And we'll just get a little bit of the meat out on this one. So, feeling like that. So there's a lot of sweetness in these. What's your feeling about the wine there?
Well, the Alvarinho has maybe a bit more richness and body. Avesso is also a local grape. In fact, I don't think the Spanish lay claim to this one. It's definitely Portuguese. And Avesso means contrary in Portuguese. And the reason they call it that is because it can get higher alcohols than most of the other local white grapes there. It's also quite fresh, quite fragrant. You can find flavours maybe of peach, maybe even some tropical fruits. I'm quite intrigued about which is going to work better, because I think that maybe the Avesso is a bit more charming and it's a little more come hither, but the Alvarinho has a bit more weight. I'm thinking, given that the fish, the prawns, are pretty simply prepared, I think I want to start with the Avesso, but I think we might end up finding the Alvarinho works better. But I think they're both absolutely in the running to be a fantastic match with these prawns.
Brilliant. Okay, so there I've got the tail of the prawn. I've just got a little bit of the Quinta de Romeo olive oil. So this is award-winning olive oil. I like the style. It's very different to Tuscan. It's really smooth. It's very mellow, but brings out the flavour it's a perfect dressing oil for seafood, I think. So we put a bit of lemon juice on there, and then we've got this amazing fleur de sel. This is the very best quality sea salt. We use the rock salt for the grilling. We use the fleur de sel for the dressing. There's a fork.
I was going to say, we use the fingers for the prawns.
Okay, so prawn. What have you got, Alvarinho?
I've got the Avesso. I've gone back to the Avesso.
Okay.
Interesting, the oil, it's a gentle spicy note. You're right, it's not like Tuscan, that peppery assertiveness, but there's a kind of really lovely spicy note, but it doesn't dominate that sweetness of the prawn. Let me just check, but I'm pretty happy with that combination actually.
Yeah, they get on well.
You know, that it's super fresh. It's there's a plumpness to it. You know, and people often, when we talk about shellfish, people sometimes talk about a sweetness. It's not a sugar. It's not a sugar sweetness, but it's a kind of
richness.
Richness. And I think the freshness of this Avesso works really well with that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, should we try the Alvarinho?
Oh, I think so.
So this is a bit richer.
Yeah. Not as pretty to smell, but still really attractive.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a little bit of honey in there as well, so let's see. The big Clive. Oh, I think that's actually better.
Really? I disagree. Because I like the acidity in that cutting through the prawn, but you think as a complementary flavour?
Yeah, I think the weight and richness of the Alvarinho really kind of sings along with that.
Well, we'll just have to drink both.
Yeah.
And we've still got another prawn to go.
Okay. Excellent.
That's great. Thank you, Anton. Thank you for these lovely wines, the oil and the salt.